All right, the consumer price index is coming out November 10th to reflect on changes from October 2022 versus October 2021. So we've had an upward trend in the inflation for consumer prices, which really has been expensive as of late compared to the last 10 years. You see, inflation has been really flat until the whole free money thing came out, where we just started handing out money, and now we're paying a price for that. So if you look at the max chart, the big fear is if we do this, last time we did this, the stock market was tanking. But we don't want interest rates to go below this level, because that's even worse for the stock market. We don't want deflation. But right now, the fear is that inflation, and if you look at the historical chart here, these here are just a bunch of numbers. To me, this is what I pay attention to. This is a percentage gains, and from the last 10 years up till 2020, been very mild interest, less than 3%. And then it started jumping up around here, which is April of 2021. So the comparison for 2021 was versus where we were at in 2020 of April. So from April here to April here, April 2020 to April 2021, it shot up 4%. Because these are so low, if this is up here, then it's going to be up for a whole year. So it went up a whole year, basically. You see that this is all going up. And then this 4.2% was very significant, because it should have kind of leveled off by now, but it didn't. So it's still climbing right here. You'll see it's still climbing, but we're at 6.2, 6.8, 7%. I think this is going to be a huge report. I think it's possible that the CPI is going to start leveling off. I don't see prices down a whole lot, but I don't feel like over the last month to month that prices have been going up. Of course, that's going to take a whole year to reflect in that, but to get an 8% jump over the 6% we had, that could be a bad news, because if it's up here, it's going to be up for a whole nother year. I just personally think that there's an opportunity that maybe it's not going to be as horrible as predicted. And since the report comes out on the 10th, my investments in my mutual funds or whatever, I'm looking to buy it on November 9th. So this is what the consumer price products is comprised of here. So basically everything we're buying, from shelter to food and so on. Why I'm thinking that at least we flattened out, and if the market thinks we're flattening out, I think that would help the market at least stop going down. Price of food is predicted to go up, and I mentioned it a while ago about why I want to buy commodities. So that is going up, which of course affects the restaurant prices and so on. So food and restaurant prices are going to feel the effect of the food going up, and I do think that food is going to go up because of a lot of farms not being able to produce things like tomatoes and such, hot peppers, things like that. We've had a bad year. So that being said, will it affect the price of gas? Gas doesn't look like it's gone up massively. This is where we're currently at for the price of gas. So just looking up this chart and the comparison versus a week and a month ago, but where I'm more concerned is a year ago. It was at 341, so it is up. It's up to 380. That's approximately 10-11% up. So how I get that is, this is $3.40. So 34 cents up would be a 10% gain. That would be 370. So we're at about 370. So again, I guess if you want to calculate it, you would take 380, 792 minus, oh, what the heck? 380 minus 3.42. Divide that by 3.42, which was the cost last year. You have an 11% gain. So that is up. That is a significant number. But I feel like it's been flattening out over not just the last month, but for close to the last year. I don't feel like I've been paying a whole lot more for gas now than I was a year ago. To me, I'm more worried about the price of gas than I am the price of milk. If milk goes up 10% and gas goes up 10%, well, how many gallons of milk do you buy every month versus how much gas are you buying every month? So for me, gas is more significant than the food prices. Also, automobile prices and the car prices kind of go hand in hand. They are starting to show that they're slowing down because there's actually getting some inventory. So with cars, lots getting some inventory in there and potential inventory coming through, that should at least slow down the price. If not, maybe reduce the prices. I see from just searching here, you see that used cars have dropped in price, and new cars, the lots were selling them like three times the gains they've been in the past. Where now they're coming back down to just gaining what they normally have. Real estate to me too is also another huge thing. If real estate is uh, going down or up or stable, that to me is like the most important thing, because that's the one that's going to have the biggest effect on people's ability to pay for houses or their cost of the house. I think that if you buy, I think that the market in the homes is going to, well, it's already slowed down for sure. It slowed down a year ago. People I've known were bidding $100,000, $200,000 more than the asking price and not even getting the house. I think right now you can get the asking price, and because of the interest rates going up, it's causing people to not want to sell, or people can't afford to buy because the rates are up higher. But if the prices of the houses go down, even though the rates will be high, I think it's still a good investment, because when the rates go back down, you'll have an opportunity to refinance at a lower rate. So I would look for these opportunities as buying opportunities, and I'm going over this because that's why the reason why I think that the CPI is going to change or start dropping is because I feel like the housing market, the gas prices, cost of rent, a lot of that I think has peaked. May not go down, or may go down somewhat, but I don't see it jumping another 20% over the next 12 months. So that being said, I just think if you look at the charts, how likely do you think it's going to be up here for the month of October, which again is announced November? They do all the data, and then they release the data for the consumer price index on the 10th for October. So if we have another 8% jump on a 6% jump, that could be 12 months of not a good market. That's why I think this November announcement is going to be pretty effective as far as how the market's going. But again, November 9th, I'm looking to see if the market goes down and buy.